Coronavirus vaccines are likely to arrive in the country much earlier now after President Rodrigo Duterte signed the Emergency Use Authorization in principle, which will grant FDA and DOH the power to issue an EUA for COVID vaccines. PTV's Mark Vitalco tells us more.
Considering the long procedure of vaccine development, it usually takes 7 years before a vaccine gets an approval and be available to the market.
However, in times of emergency, baka kasi masyadong matagal yung 7 taon kung i-hintayin pa natin umabot hanggang dun sa approval.
That's why the World Health Organization has created a mechanism that started during the Ebola outbreak, expediting the process of vaccine procurement, especially during public health emergencies. This is the Emergency Use Authorization, a risk-based procedure which can be done even if a vaccine is still undergoing trial, but there should be sufficient evidence that would prove its quality, safety, and efficacy.
Ang talagang nakikita natin, itong ibang kumpanya katulad ng Pfizer, sila Moderna, sila AstraZeneca, maaaring mag-a-apply na sila ng EUA sa US FDA by December. No? Ito yung projection nila. And usually, once nakakuha sila ng approval from US FDA, then they start applying also to other countries. So possible na baka may mag-apply na rin sa atin.
The FDA and the DOH are still waiting for the President to issue an executive order that will grant the FDA the authority to issue an EUA for COVID-19 vaccines. Good News Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said yesterday that the President already approved the EUA in principle.
Yung mga prioritization kung sino ang unang gagamit at kung sino ang unang i-roll out, hindi yun nakalagay sa EUA. Para siyang gamot, halimbawa ang paracetamol, magre-register sa akin, bibigyan mo siya ng EUA para sa lagnat at saka sa sakit.
Meanwhile, among the vaccine developers who expressed willingness to do clinical trials in the country include the Sinovac, Gamaleya, Clover, Janssen, and AstraZeneca of the United Kingdom, which recently applied with the FDA.
Sabi nila, pwedeng mangyari that they can do clinical trial. So sa ganyan, magandang indikasyon yan kasi gusto ng Philippine government na talagang ma-try out muna sa ating mga Pilipino bago natin umpisahan ang mga pagbabakuna sa ating kababayan.
Meanwhile, the DOH said the clinical trials on remdesivir in the Philippines will continue despite the recommendation of the WHO against using the antiviral drug to treat hospitalized COVID-19 patients with severe symptoms.
Until WHO tells us to completely stop this trial because of the recommendations, then that's the time that we will stop.
Mark Fetalco for The Nation.